Hello everyone, Seraphin here, welcome back for more Fire Emblem Blazing Sword. When I last left you guys, we had finished off the Gaiden chapter, Night of Farewells, and we're moving on to chapter 27, Cog of Destiny. Now, in Hector's quest, this is one of the longest chapters of the game, and this one I don't think it's quite so long, only because the proliferation of enemies is not anywhere near as much. So we're traveling a hidden road to find the Shrine of Seals. It's kind of odd. You'd think somebody would have just kind of stumbled upon it by now, but apparently that is not the case. It is very well hidden for a shrine. Let's see what we got here. Oh, we have Linus again. Where's he been this whole time? Oh boy. Yeah, he's out for revenge right now. Oh goody. Was Bata the Beast amongst them there? Like reincarnated as a different colored sprite? Oh, good. How do you know they're out for blood? You haven't even talked to them yet. I love how everybody knows exactly who he is. Like, what was the point of coming here attempting to be sneaky or disguise yourself and everything? It's not normal. Oh, well, that's one way to look at it. Now, the way that Nino here is talking about she needs to go talk to Lloyd, or Linus rather, that she'll understand and he'll see reason and that kind of, well, it's not actually true. He can't recruit him or anything. Ooh, deploy Merlinus some more, why not? So I did go ahead and pre-arrange all of my equipment and arrange my dudes on the board already because, well, I had a lot to do. I went ahead and used up the last of my stat boosting items. So I beefed up a couple of people that kind of needed it a little bit. Kent especially needed some help. Elowood got quite a bit of help. In fact, he got a body ring, which is nice. He's going to promote soon, I believe. So we're not actually using him this chapter at all, but he's ready to go. And those are pretty darn good stats, considering. I'm not disappointed at all how he turned out. Hector, on the other hand, needed a little help, so I gave him the boots. So he'll be able to keep up with the rest of the party. In fact, he'll be able to kind of charge right in here by himself and take a whack at things here. A fast-moving armored guy like Hector is a little bit terrifying. I thought about giving it to Wallace, but quite frankly, he's just not as good. We're going to give him his trusty blade. Nah, lad, we're going to give him an axe. And Lynn can keep her Mani Kati for the time being. You see we have an array of Myrmidons over here. Why don't we send a giant armored wall to go meet them? I'm sure they'll deeply appreciate that. And if they don't, well, sucks to be them. In fact, we're going to park Kent right behind him so they can build a support relationship here. We got some calves to the north. Why don't we block them off with a big berserking Axeman? As is tradition, I believe. If you disagree, well... Oh hey, a support with Lucius and Raven, finally. Oh dear. So we don't actually know for certain that Ostia was responsible for Raven's family's deaths. Apparently Raven's not keen on the idea of marriage. Well, to each their own, I guess. We're going to send Rebecca back up here. I think that way's pretty well covered with... Yeah, we'll have Raven go here too. As for Legault, there's a couple of things I can steal in this map if I'm not mistaken. Not a whole heck of a lot, but... Oh, there we go. Free guiding ring. I don't need it, but it's worth some money. A light rune on that warrior. Linus himself here has an iron rune that he will drop when he's killed, and that negates criticals. So that would be really great for somebody with really low luck. And as you can see here, Linus is no slouch. He is quite a beatstick. He's 1 point off from maxing strength. Skill is incredible. Defense and resistance both very solid. His speed's a little low, but considering he's not weighed down by anything with a con of 14, it's still going to be a little tougher than I expect to take him down, I imagine, so we'll see. He's definitely the easier of the two at this stage in the game, I think. If you fight Lloyd instead of Linus right here, Lloyd is darn near maxed out his speed and skill. He's not quite as tanky, but you'll never double him. Unless you've got like a Swordmaster with maxed out speed or something. It just isn't going to happen. Ooh, a blue gem from this here general. So I'm guessing I should send Legault up and around then, is what I'm looking at here. And then that Nomad Trooper has enough free elixir. A mine? Don't really need any of those. You know, I have all those mines and light runes in my convoy, and I haven't touched the things, so... Kind of makes me wonder if there was even any point in me getting them. That being said, they were just kind of... They were there to get, so I got them. No big deal. We'll send Pent down here to reinforce my beatstick people in case they need it. And then my primary healer will go this way, I think. I need to keep Ellawood around actually down toward this way because there's going to be someone I can recruit in this chapter. And I want to make sure I get to them quickly enough because otherwise we're going to be in trouble. We'll just park Heath right here. Alright, so most of the time in this map is going to be nothing but enemies coming at me, and I have to kill all of them. There's, I think it said 42 enemies left to kill on this map, so I got a bit of work ahead of me. And I totally forgot that Lynn is very allergic to lances at the moment. At least she can kill this guy without any issues because of the effective armor, so... Effective against armor, I should say, on the Monte Kati. That being said, I don't want to give her more hits than she's necessarily supposed to take. Lynn is supposed to be very good at dodging, but when you have triangle disadvantage, it's a little bit more difficult. And Wallace will absolutely tear through these Myrmidons without any issue. Hitting them in, or killing them in a single hit even, because that's what generals do. A very solid, hard counter to Myrmidons and Swordmasters, I think. Which is why I keep them around, mostly. Not only because they're like the coolest looking class in the game, but because Myrmidons and Swordmasters tend to be a bit of a problem, especially on higher difficulties, and you put Wallace or Osmond in front of them and they can't touch them. Quite evidently here. Like, he's not even taking the hits, he's just outright dodging them. He doesn't even have to, but he is. The idea of Wallace dodging anybody is kind of hilarious, but... That being said, I'm not going to complain, certainly. Here comes the cavalry, quite literally. The javelin? Get out of here with that. Man. That is the second sub-50 hit that's gotten her in a row. We're going to have to work on her dodging ability here. Alright, in come more bow people. Oh yeah, lots of reinforcements in this map too, so do not be surprised if this pair of episodes for this chapter tends to run a little long, only because there's a lot to do, and then I gotta deal with Linus at the end, so it's gonna be a bit of a slog. Is that S rank and staves already for her? Yep, sure is. Not that it's... here's the thing, S rank and staves doesn't really serve a purpose. There is no staff that requires S rank to equip, so it's a bit of a moot point, really, unfortunately. We're just going to send Hector up here to wail on these guys, although I kind of want to steal that... What does he have? He has a Sword Slayer. Interesting, so I don't want to use a sword against him. I don't know... Yeah, anything that comes at him will be doubled. That being said, I think he's tanky enough to avoid having Hector kill him. Let's double check that. Yeah, Hector will not kill him. Unless he uses Wolf Bale, then he'll shred the guy, but we know better than to do that. So I will not be attacking him directly. I'm just going to park Hector right here and let them come to him. And then we will swipe that blue gem after the fact. And have Raven take out this guy, just because he's in my way and annoying. So, sorry if I'm a little not quite so talkative today. I've been playing a lot of the new Smash Brothers Ultimate game that just came out on Friday. And I like Smash a lot. I'm not especially good at Smash by any means. I'm not like, you know, a button masher or anything like that, but I tend to have a very specific playstyle with regards to that game. And a lot of my friends that play said game with me are very aware of this particular trend. And I often get a little bit ridiculed for it, but I tend to main units that are like the sword-using ones. Like, I use Fire Emblem characters, imagine that. Not just... It mostly started because I really like Fire Emblem, and it's my favorite Nintendo franchise. However, I've come to realize that a lot of the Fire Emblem characters in Smash are really good. In particular, I usually main Ike as my main guy. However, I'm really good with Marth as well. I also very like Robin. However, I have not quite nailed down how to play Robin properly just yet. Still kind of getting better with Robin. Corrin, on the other hand, I am not a fan of. I was excited to see when he was announced as DLC, and got to look at how ridiculously overpowered and long-range his Smash is, but in practice, honestly, not really all that impressive in my opinion. So I mainly use Ike and Marth as well, and I'm playing through the, what is it called, World of Light, I think is the story mode in Ultimate. And thankfully, one of the first characters you have the ability to access is Marth, like right away. So I've been mainly playing through the entire thing with just Marth right now. I've got several other characters unlocked, but not any ones that I'm super keen on playing at any rate. I don't have Ike yet. I think Marth's the only Fire Emblem character that I have right now unlocked for World of Light, so I'm not really utilizing anybody else for that particular purpose. That being said, I am having a lot of fun with it. It's a little bit frustrating sometimes, but then again, Smash always has the frustrating points where it's just... It's not just that the enemies you're fighting are difficult or that kind of thing. If it was just that, it'd be one thing. However, there's a lot of, like, really cheesy and just over-the-top, complete BS setups that some of the enemies have in that game, and it's really frustrating. So, for example, I think one of the ones that I had the biggest issue with recently was... In fact, I don't even think I beat it. But it's in this underground area on the map, and it's like this underground like missile base or something it looks like. But you have to fight Dr. Mario, but before you get to Dr. Mario, you have to go through 8 metal Mega Mans, 2 at a time. So 2 metal Mega Mans, then 2 more, then 2 more, then 2 more, and then Dr. Mario. And oh, by the way, the entire fight is HP based instead of percentage. So you can only take so many hits, and you can't reliably like launch people off the edge like you normally would do in Smash or something like that. So it's very difficult, and I have not yet found an effective way to beat that particular map. In fact, I can barely get past the first pair of metal Mega Mans. And it's really frustrating. I've been trying to find some kind of like strategy online with how to beat it properly, but because the game is so new, there's very little in the way of, you know, suggestions or, you know, strategies for a lot of these really difficult fights. So I'm kind of just having to wing it, and I've kind of acquiesced myself to the fact that I'm just not ready for it yet. I'm not powerful enough. I have to come back later. And that being said, it's funny because I've cleared out everything else in that particular area, including the boss that's down there, but I can't beat that one particular fight. So that's where I'm at right now. Apologies for talking so much about Smash. I'm just kind of waiting for all these enemies to go through and finish their turns, and there's a lot of them, so figured I'd talk about something else. You know, I guess Fire Emblem adjacent. There's Fire Emblem people in that game. It applies, right? You can't totally, you know, lambast me for that, I guess. Okay, I guess you could, but you shouldn't, because that's not very nice. But I will understand if you want to judge. So, the other cool thing I've noticed about Smash Ultimate so far is that with the story mode, and it's not purely just the story mode, apparently you can take it to online maps as well. You don't just have your fighter that you pick to use and that's it. You actually can equip yourself with, they're called spirits, but they're like other tertiary characters that aren't playable. So like a lot of Mega Man bosses are available as spirits. Like I have Slash Man and Dive Man and Skull Man, that kind of thing. A lot of other Fire Emblem characters that aren't playable are available as spirits. And basically you can equip them and they give you bonuses to your stats and will also give you occasionally some form of special ability. And then you can also equip like supporting souls on top of that, or supporting spirits on top of that one, that give you even more benefits. So you can kind of customize a build for your fighter that is best suited to the engagement you're about to be fighting. And you can switch on the fly, they're not like permanent or anything. More defense and luck for Raven, not bad, not bad. That being said, there's a lot of customization in terms of your playstyle with regards to equipping souls and whatnot. And I'm really enjoying that so far. In fact, some of the ones that I have are incredibly good. In fact, I'm noticing a lot of the best spirits that I've unlocked so far are all Metal Gear Solid themed ones. So one of my best, in fact arguably my best soul right now is the boss from Snake Eater. And my next best one is the Metal Gear Rex, and then I've got, I think, Naked Snake I also have. He's not, apparently he can level up and become even better. But that being said, it's funny that there's only one character from that franchise in the entire, like, playable in the entire series, and it's like, all the best characters are from that in particular installment. In fact, you know what I can probably do at this point? I can probably actually let Priscilla have a kill here. Not that she needs it, by any means, since she's a healer and whatnot, but I was really hoping she'd get some more speed or something. Lucius cannot take a lot of hits, so frontlining him is a bad idea. That being said, I'm wary of this particular paladin here. And that general, in fact, because if they go for leg alt, then he's going to be in trouble. So I think I'll just park both of them right here so that they can be a little bit more safe, I guess, at this point. I am going to leave these guys over. In fact, I should be bringing Nini in like straight into the heat of it here. I don't know why I'm having her back here. Let's get Dart some more experience. I think he's due for some. Now, Dart would have been a good idea to unleash on those knights because he would have absolutely wrecked all of them. But I really want to get my main lords leveled up more. They're going to be integral to the final chapter of the game. Really? Resistance Dart? He's not been leveling up as well as I would have liked him to at this juncture. You know what I could just do is fly in and take out that paladin with Florina. She's certainly strong enough. Yeah, the last we need is getting hit by a Silver Lance, so take care of that guy. Alright. That's S rank in Lances, I believe, for Little Miss Florina here. Yep, sure is. Does this guy also have a Sword Slayer? Okay, he doesn't. He has a Steel Lance. We're fine. If he had a Sword Slayer and went for leg alt, we'd be in big trouble, but I think we're going to be okay. Alright, more enemy phase time. Yeah, this is going to take a little while, so be prepared, I guess, for this episode to last just as long as the last couple did. And the last one lasted quite a bit longer because I took so long with preparations. This time I'm just doing it automatically, or do it ahead of time. I find that it cuts down on a lot of the monotony. Apologies if you guys are actually interested in seeing me do battle preparations. I can't imagine there's that many of you. That being said, all I'm doing is rearranging equipment around and giving the good stuff to the characters that can actually best use it and that kind of thing. No, Lance Reaver, give me a break. So, like I said, it's not really all that interesting to watch, and me sitting here contemplating who to give stat boosters to, that's also just boring, so I decided to do all that off camera and make sure I didn't waste your guys' time. I'm probably going to do that if I do any other, obviously, when I do other Fire Emblem games on this channel, it's going to be the same story. I'm going to try to preparation ahead of time and save you guys the effort. A lot of crits today from Raven, it looks like, although it helps having his support partner right next to him, so he's actually getting a bonus to stuff. Wow, something Florina can't actually kill. Unless she crits him. I doubt it, but... Nope, there he is. Look at that. See, you complain, you get what you want. Wow. She's level 9 and she's still getting a full level off of a general? Holy smokes. Man, she is a monster right now. Who else was I going to steal stuff from? Somebody else had something really valuable and I forget what it was. Thankfully, Legalt's pretty good at dodging right now at this juncture. Oh. Oh dear. We're going to need to deal with that Mr. Ballista there. It's funny watching a giant siege engine shoot at your guy and have it do nothing. That's going to be very valuable in a couple chapters from now. The second to last chapter has a lot of ballistae on it, and those are going to be problematic unless I have somebody like Wallace to tank the hits. And here come more archer people. More reinforcements. Yay! This is actually a really great map, just for grinding experience. Because Lord knows you get plenty of it at this point. And having Dart and Rebecca right next to her is going to be helpful, I think. So why don't we get Legalt the heck out of there. What does this guy have? He has a light rune. I actually need to heal Priscilla too, unfortunately. So we're gonna heal up Mr. Legalt here. And I'll have Lucius heal Priscilla. She does look really cool as a Valkyrie, I will say. And it kind of harkens back to the whole, I really wish she was good. Okay, she's not bad, but she's by no means anywhere near as good as a lot of the other people in my army, so... Let's lightning these guys out of our way, so to speak. I probably should heal somebody up with Pent, too. I've noticed a lot of my guys are taking a beating. I'm not choking this point very effectively at this point with just Hector, so... Lucius also not as fast as I was expecting him to be at this point. Both have javelins. Well, we don't like javelins, do we? So... we're just gonna get them the heck out of our way, I think. Maybe put Florina out of the way for a little while since she's already level 10. Lord knows she does not need the experience any longer at this point. We'll whip with an axe at this guy's face. Raven, on the other hand, is turning out to be amazing, and I really shouldn't be shocked because he's amazing. Oh, okay. What rank is that now? Is that D or C? It's D. Alright, well, if I were making more liberal use of the Devil Axe, he'd be a lot higher, but that being said, it's very scary having them do that. I do believe I gave the Devil Axe to Wallace instead because he's far less likely to double with it, and also far less likely to actually end up killing himself as a result of using the thing. Oh. Pfft. Kent. Dude. You know you got a problem when my Flying Fortress Wyvern Knight can kill things easier than my Paladin can. It's actually incredibly frustrating. I do believe Heath has the Delphi shield, so he's fine from... He's not going to get picked off by these wyverns, or these ballista, I should say. So why don't we just park him right in front here. Have him take this guy out. Again, a little bit surprising to see my giant, heavy dragon flying guy taking on and doubling Myrmidons. It doesn't normally happen. Alright, skill, that's good. And we'll just get Kent right up in here. What do we have? Does that guy have... The guy's a bow equipped. Well, in that case, why don't we hopefully crit him here? That would be ideal. Because Lynn has... Oh, 1 point away. Well, that's frustrating. I guess I'm just have to deal with it. No, I won't, because Wallace can just whip an axe at him. And miss. Well, that's not ideal. Okay, we might have a problem. We might have a problem. I think Steel Sword's the safest way to go right now. Probably shouldn't have just Pent and Ellawood out here, but... Who needs healing? Anybody? Florina could do with one. Let's give her a heal. Physic is arguably the most useful staff in this game. Warp is also very good. That being said, Warp is not anywhere near as good in this game as it was in Shadow Dragon. Shadow Dragon, Physic and Warp and Rescue, those kind of staves all have infinite range. So no matter how pathetic your magic stat on your healer, they can still make effective use of all those things, which is very good. Lynn's going to need a hammer and staff for Hermione Kati here pretty soon, I think. Fortunately, I did pack one. I do have 2 uses left on it. This guy thinks he's funny. Wallace might actually double this guy. And in fact, he does. Fighters are not only pretty slow by default, but when they pack steel axes, that tends to slow them down quite a bit. So, no surprises there. Oh, I gotta get to that bandit, I just realized. He's gonna make life miserable for those villages if I don't. Alright, Lynn, I need you to crit here. Nope. Alright, well. It's worth a shot, I guess. Here we have more cavalry coming right down the pipe here. Oh, come on. You did not just hit on 28%. I'm not even going to double the guy. That's annoying. Yes, bring me all your paladins for Raven to kill, please. Raven loves destroying paladins. Raven loves destroying everything, I get the feeling. He's very fun. He's very competent at absolutely slaughtering things. I wonder who that other ballista's gonna go for. Yeah, Wallace. Alright, fine, be that way. Hey, and he gets a level out of it too, so you know what? I'll take it. That's alright. He's doing enough. He's doing enough. I like Wallace, like I said. He's just not anywhere near as good as Oswin. We're definitely going to be using Oswin when I come through and play this on Hector mode, just because I'm going to have very early access to him, and I'm really going to need to have a good tank for Hector hard mode, because, well, it's hard, and if you don't have someone who can reliably take damage, then you're going to be in a big trouble. I'm kind of just playing through on not really caring quite so much how I do things and who goes where and whatnot, and I've gotten lucky so far, but you can't quite rely so much on luck with Hector hard mode as you could in this particular version. Let's get rid of this ballista, he's annoying me. Well, what's Wallace's luck exactly here? 14, that's not terrible. Let's see how it goes. Hey, 1 hit. It didn't backfire on myself. And I get a weapon level increase. Puts him at D for axes already. Yep, look at that. Boom. And that's a little bit into it, too. Not bad. Not too bad. That being said, we are going to take that off of him, because I don't want to leave it on him. And I'll take out this ballista with Kent. And that will let Heath fly in and grab the... Hey, speed. There you go, pal. Take out this bandit before he gets too close to that village. We certainly don't need any of that. this is definitely going to be a slightly longer episode. There's a decent chunk of story exposition at the end of this chapter as well, so I'm going to make sure we leave some time in the room for that. That being said, we're making progress. We're down to 27 enemies already out of, what, 42 that were initially here? This guy is going to... You know what? Let's let Legalt get him. Or I can steal the light rune first. What does this guy have? Anything? No, he does not. I don't really care about the light rune all that much. I have like 4 or 5 of them packed in the way, and I'm not even using them, so... those could be fairly useful for the last couple of chapters, though. There's a couple of points I'm thinking about right now that they might be good for blocking some very integral choke points, so... Maybe I'll consider using them for that. That'll be nice. Actually gives them something to do for once. I promise Pent actually will have a purpose here pretty shortly. It's just that right now he doesn't have a lot to do. We'll let Lucius take this guy out just because he's annoying me. Lord knows I could give my bishop some healings. There's some combat experience. How's Lynn doing on Monikati? 7 uses left. Now 6. I was waiting for her to crit just there, just to rub it in my face, but she did not, so... I'll count that as a win. More speed! These haven't been spectacular level ups, but they're doing the job. That being said, we're going to Wolf Bale these guys into oblivion now. Although even with Wolf Bale, Hector's strength is not quite where it should be right now, so it's still struggling a little bit. Well, there you go, more strength, that's good. He'll probably still cap it as long as I give him enough levels to do it, but he's far behind where he should be at this point for strength increases. Hopefully he doesn't turn out that way when I go through and do hard mode, because then we're going to be in a bad way. Because if Hector's not any good, well... Considering Hector is largely regarded as one of your best characters, especially in Hector hard mode. More level ups for Raven. Strength and speed. He's close to capping both of those. 2 more off from each of them. Let's get Dart and Rebecca into the fray here. What do you say? She won't get hit by that guy. Oh, she'll just crit him anyway. Doesn't matter. Crits are fun. Crits are very fun. And then we can handle... You know what? Let's put Dart over... No, I want to protect Rebecca. The last thing I need is her getting hit by something. And because of the support bonus those two have together, they're going to be mowing through people. 43% with just a hand axe. Add 30 to that for his killer axe critical rate. Ugh. Absolutely bonkers. We're going to put Florina down here in case I need help with what's about to come over there. And then we'll have Little Miss Priscilla on backup here. Well, his Ballistae are both gone, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. That's good. I suppose Merlinus can get the heck out of Dodge a little further. 20 guys left. Oh, this poor knight does not know what is not going to know what hit him. There we go. And here we go with the, oh, look at that. This silly Myrmidon thinks he can handle a paladin all on his own. Although Kent's not going to double. Apparently 16 speed is not quite good enough. It's understandable. Good thing I put that lance back on him. If I'd had that Devil Axe, he'd have gotten doubled for sure. Even Wallace loses speed from the Devil Axe. 2 points even, and he doesn't really have 2 points to spare. Given that he's only got, what, 11 speed, I think? Which is still pretty decent for him, considering. That means he's gotten 3 level ups of it since he started. Which is impressive, because normally he doesn't get any. I think I did give him a speed wing, actually, so he might have only gotten the 1, but still. Any speed level up is good for Wallace. Man, that really cool color on Heath's dragon there. And then this poor soul's not going to know what hit him either. Although I can't quite one-round him. That's alright. We'll let Kent have a kill, I think. It's going to be interesting to see my final party for the last level, because I'm kind of not sure where I'm at right now in terms of who I'm going to bring. I can't bring everybody, obviously. It's just not going to happen. There we go. Strength and speed. Nice job, buddy. That's all I really need from Dart, is strength and speed, and HP. But he'll get HP whether I want him to or not, so... In fact, he's only 6 off from capping it. When you got loads of HP like that, and lots of speed, you really don't generally tend to have any issues. How nice of you to feed Raven another kill. I really do appreciate that. Always fun, always fun. Alright, we're thinning the herd quite a bit here. Looks like it's going to be hardly anybody left by the time I get to my next player phase. Silly ballista's got nothing to shoot. Uh-oh. Oh, that's right, that guy's a longbow. I totally blanked and forgot about that. Anyway, we will murderize the longbow nomad in the next episode. So until that time, thank you all very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. It's been fun. And once we make it through this part, we're through the big most of the gauntlet, and we'll finally end up with all of our team promoted. So stay tuned for that. It'll happen next episode, I promise. Or rather, the one after that. So until that time, thank you all very much for watching. This has been Seraphin. Have a great night, everybody.